Have you ever wondered why the rich seem to get richer, even when they're borrowing massive amounts of money? Meanwhile, for most of us, the very word debt sends a shiver down our spine. It's a source of stress, a burden, a trap we desperately want to escape. But what if I told you that debt is one of the most powerful tools the wealthy use to build their fortunes? It's not about avoiding debt, it's about understanding it. Today, we are going to shatter the myth that all debt is bad. We'll uncover the secret difference between the kind of debt that crushes you and the kind that can make you wealthy. This isn't just theory, this is the practical financial wisdom that separates the rich from everyone else. So, if you've ever felt trapped by your finances or dreamed of achieving financial freedom, you need to hear this. Stick around, because what you learn today could completely change your financial future. First, let's talk about the debt most of us know and fear: bad debt. This is the stuff that keeps you up at night. Think credit card balances with sky-high interest rates, personal loans for vacations you can't really afford, or financing a brand new car that loses value the second you drive it off the lot. What do all these have in common? They take money out of your pocket. You borrow money to buy something that either depreciates in value or is consumed and gone forever. You're left paying back the original amount, plus a mountain of interest, with nothing to show for it but a temporary high. This is consumer debt, and it's a wealth-destroying machine. It makes you a slave to your payments, limiting your ability to save, invest, or take risks. This is the debt that society teaches us to fear, and for good reason. It's a trap, and it's designed to keep you running on a financial hamster wheel. Now, let's flip the script and enter the world of the wealthy. What kind of debt do they use? It's called good debt, or what I like to call productive debt. This is debt taken on to acquire an asset that generates income or appreciates in value. Instead of taking money out of your pocket, good debt puts money into your pocket. The key difference is that the asset you buy with the borrowed money pays for the debt itself, and then some. Let me give you a classic example: real estate. A wealthy investor might borrow $1 million from a bank to buy an apartment building. Let's say the mortgage payment on that loan is $5,000 a month, but the rental income from all the apartments in the building is $8,000 a month. See what's happening? After paying the mortgage, the investor is left with a $3,000 profit every single month. The debt is not only paying for itself, but it's also generating positive cash flow. They used the bank's money, other people's money, to buy an income-producing asset. Not only that, but over time, the property value is likely to increase, building their net worth even further. This is the fundamental secret. The rich don't use their own money to get rich. They use the bank's money. They leverage debt as a tool to multiply their wealth. Let's look at another example: starting a business. A smart entrepreneur might take out a business loan to buy equipment, develop a product, or expand their operations. Yes, it's debt. But if that investment allows them to generate more revenue and profit than the cost of the loan, it's good debt. The borrowed capital becomes a catalyst for growth. They're investing in a system that will produce more money in the long run. The poor are taught to save every penny and avoid loans at all costs, which often means they can never afford the very things that could generate wealth. The rich understand that sometimes you have to spend money, or in this case, borrow money, to make money. They see debt not as a risk to be avoided, but as leverage to be managed. So why the huge difference in mindset? It boils down to financial education. From a young age, most of us are taught a very simple financial script: go to school, get a good job, save your money, buy a house with a 30-year mortgage, and stay out of debt. It's a safe path, but it's a path to financial security, not financial freedom. It's a path designed to create good employees and good consumers, not wealthy investors. We are conditioned to see a loan as a personal failure or a sign of being broke. The wealthy, on the other hand, are often taught a different script. They learn about assets and liabilities. They learn how to read a financial statement. They understand that a mortgage on your personal home is a liability because it takes money out of your pocket every month. But a mortgage on a rental property is an asset because it puts money into your pocket. It's the same financial instrument, a mortgage, but used in two completely different ways with two drastically different outcomes. One creates a lifetime of payments. The other creates a stream of passive income. This isn't about being reckless. The rich are incredibly careful about the debt they take on. They analyze deals, calculate risks, and ensure the numbers work in their favor. They look for assets with strong cash flow and potential for appreciation. They don't just borrow money for the sake of it. They borrow with a clear strategy to increase their net worth. They're using debt as a sophisticated financial tool, like a surgeon using a scalpel, with precision and purpose. Meanwhile, the financially uneducated are often handed the same tool without any instructions, and they end up hurting themselves. Think about the world's most successful corporations and entrepreneurs. Do you think Apple built its empire using only its cash on hand? Do you think real estate moguls buy skyscrapers with money from their savings accounts? Of course not. They use debt. They issue bonds, they secure massive credit lines, they partner with banks. They understand that by using leverage, they can grow faster and achieve a scale that would be impossible using only their own capital. They are effectively renting money at a low interest rate and investing it to earn a much higher return. That difference, that spread, is where fortunes are made. So, how can you start thinking more like the rich when it comes to debt? The first step is to change your mindset. Stop seeing all debt as evil. Instead, start categorizing it. Look at your own finances. Do you have bad debt? High-interest credit cards or personal loans? If so, your number one priority should be to attack and eliminate that debt as quickly as possible. It's like a hole in your financial boat, and you need to patch it before you can go anywhere. Create a plan, whether it's the debt snowball or avalanche method, and get aggressive. Once you've managed your bad debt, you can start exploring the world of good debt. This doesn't mean you should run out and get a huge loan tomorrow. It means starting with education. Read books on real estate investing, on starting a business, on stock market investing with leverage. Learn how to analyze a deal. Understand concepts like cash flow, return on investment, and cap rates. You need to build your financial intelligence so you can spot good opportunities and have the confidence to act on them. Maybe your first step into good debt is a small loan to start a side hustle, or perhaps saving up for a down payment on a small rental property. The key is to start small, learn the process, and build from there. The goal is to make money work for you, instead of you working for money. And using debt intelligently is one of the most powerful ways to do that. It's a journey, and it starts with a single step, changing the way you think about money and debt. Don't let fear hold you back from the tools that could build you a better financial future. The path to wealth isn't about having zero debt. It's about having zero bad debt and using good debt strategically. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about your finances. If you found this video helpful and it made you think, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people. And if you want to continue learning the financial secrets of the wealthy, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We have so much more to share with you. Drop a comment below and let me know your biggest takeaway from today's video. Do you have good debt or bad debt? Let's start a conversation. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.